In the future, I will wait for Chet to catch up before I do reloads, now that I know I could be tricked. For anyone keeping track, that hour of gameplay that we just redid took 9 minutes by skipping all the text.
There is nothing. Again.
Nothing.
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there passed out.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
What just happened? So, when you read the card, your character passes out, and it looks like the game starts over. And so I panicked. I was like, ah, shit, I gotta reload. I died. I thought the game was starting over. Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
I actually bit the inside of my cheek. Now it hurts every time I sit down. How's it going, Andy? No, I was cool. I'm cool.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Was that the X something? Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
Was that the X something? The
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Enough. Just lie there, motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yeah, what were the annotations for the limbic system? What is that? It's cold.
Yes. They're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. Drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I came in contact with the burnt-out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
He hands you the remains of your ledger.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case, Kim.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Ledger of Failure and Hatred. White Morning. -1 authority. Little guy gets further and further away. We're currently working on rigorous self-critique. Doodly-doo. Yellow man mug. Interact.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Political capital masked by badass hustling. I think we're all already adept at rigorous self-critique. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective.
I don't understand that mug. It's still interactable. Handwritten note from the fridge. Right.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece.
Where's my ledger? Oh, it's a tool now. Not my most marketable skill.
It's the ledger you found. Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back.
Well, the other cases were neat to read, but they didn't do anything for us, so I guess I don't need to take that one back out. Put that away. Alright. Have we checked out a thawing freezer? No, we need to go back for that one still.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
Fucking spaceship noise.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Nice. Yeah, I got a very loud car.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in Lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
What about the next one then?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I walk the land telling whores and liars the end times are coming. There are 9,855 days remaining, by the way. I was a hobo and lived under a boat. Probably some boring office job. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time because I'm sorry, cop.
Maybe you were a diplomat, or in PR. Doesn't matter, I suppose. Let's move on, shall we? This next row The one that wraps all the way around is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So what you're saying is I used to be some kind of super cop.
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Streaming until NFTs were cool.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of those officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain, Kim?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Maybe I should pour one out for the boys. The fallen. He sighs.
If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
Pour one out on the ground ceremonially.
A dark pool of cheap wine appears at your feet. It shimmers in the lights of the Kanema. Honorably done. You have given up some of your own blood for theirs.
The gloaming comes for all, but it came for you first.
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
Thanks for this, buddy.
The lieutenant nods.
DeBuff, thank you for that resubscription. Gotta pour one out for the homies I killed. Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in
Wait
the
a minute.
Kanema's headlights.
Look
A
around.
rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this weird halogen map, Kim?
Let me see.
Takes the ledger from up and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the Green Ocean. Seems nice.
No, it does not.
He says without much optimism. Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Thank you, tutorial lady. Impossible. Legendary. Legendary. Come, Kim.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
Why is it when I'm on this side of the fence, Kuno's on this side? Now that I'm on this side, Kuno's over there.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Childs, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She has almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, kid.
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
Very well, child.
Kuno's got this.
The boy's throwing rocks at the dead body. Can't be older than 12. Oh, this is Kuno. The other one's Kunoese. Kuno-S.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Mona, your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Electrochemistry. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Juicy, what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and says another rock fly.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Are you kid siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He throws another rock.
He's calling us Kuno. Says we're
Whoa!
fucking each other.
Kim, what should we do? Look, I have questions for you.
Alright. Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Hey, Kuno, got any speed?
Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
You're yanking my chain, aren't you, kid?
Don't be yanking your shit in front of the Kuno. Kuno's always serious, always rolling. Big kilo, but you ain't getting any. Get the fuck off.
Belying the act, he's actually telling the truth. Or at least 0.00001% of it. He has a little speed. He's just not giving it to you.
What I'm hearing here is you have drugs.
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow. You need to befriend him first.
About the crime scene, you kids often play in this area?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
What's that greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
The gardener? Turns out she's not a gardener. Turns out she's a union fixer.
The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
You were expecting relaying this
Damn.
information to him to be more rewarding, right? Telling him you found out she isn't a gardener. You know what you should do if you want to get rewarded? Drugs. Drugs are more rewarding than work.
So, Marion, this is going to be your primary inner voice?
Or alcohol, if you don't want to do drugs. Alcohol is just as rewarding, but it isn't a drug. This has been going on for quite a while, hasn't it? You've been thinking about drugs and alcohol for a long time now. Juicy drugs. Tasty alcohol.
Seems like a reliable voice to have.
Seems kind of boring now, going back to... What was this about? Some yard? Yards aren't interesting. Only drugs are interesting. Drugs and alcohol. You feel sad now, but what can you do? Life has to go on. With a heavy sigh, you say...
The dead man's clothes were in a trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could lead an investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. Alright, understand me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientists.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They're graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Endorsed by Physical Instrument.
They will also make you into an idiot.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around, right?
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
We gotta gain his trust. Do you see that this has... What? What kind of stream integration are we talking about
There's more
here?
to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There's also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Clean some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Damn.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
I might have some questions later, Kuno, but for now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Kim, help me out here. What do we want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
I meant who he was before he died, not what you do with him now that he's dead.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
Do you know what we got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see anything?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay, and where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around, trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Whoa, you were in Cyberpunk?
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Hey, that's a fictional city name. Night City doesn't exist.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head. You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Kuno was hanging with Keanu Reeves, pig.
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Looks like you're a faggoty now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something
You're
else.
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
I've gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
The boy points to his chest with both his thumbs.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting, you refer to yourself in the third person that distances yourself from the situation.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
The boy knows he has an addictive personality. Admirable insight for his age.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Escalate!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Are you high right now?
Help! Misters, help!
He prances around, eyes bulging out of their sockets, rolling hard, yelling at the windows.
He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck the pig.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Who put you up to this?
What? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
What is this sick charade?
No! Get off Kuno, you sick fat fuck!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
Be logical, kid. I haven't done anything to you.
Fucking logical! Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno!
Someone put you up to this.
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
No, Kim, you don't understand.
Listen to your friend.
It was the harbor, wasn't it? They're trying to compromise me. I can hear them laughing now.
You're fucking losing it, you fat fuck!
Help, people! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno in the ass!
Don't punch him. It's a bad idea.
Look,
Kuno whispers, even softer than before, vanishingly silent.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
No, Kuno, I don't care.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
You can't see inside my head. Can you read my mind, Kuno?
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now
He raises his voice again.
you're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
The pippo-headed critter doesn't let him
A
finish.
peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Nice peepo.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I come from! You just Kuno's bottom bitch!
Whatever, I had some questions about the crime scene.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
Click, 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 click!
Figure out what's going on with this kid. Talk to Kuno-S. I have a question about the crime scene, Kuno.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with? Yeah, whatever. Kuno, the fuck about it? You're testing.
Get lost,
Empathy, huh? Empathy. Sure, let's try.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
He thinks you think he's badass. I'm a mind reader. Kuno, City of Rage, Night City. What's going on there? I'm intrigued.
No!
The evil shit behind the fence hacks like she's coughing up a fur ball.
You told him about it and now he knows your name!
The city's not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from... Just fuck off, alright? And fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck did you want?
Explain himself? As if explaining some kind of work? Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time?
I'm intrigued.
You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Bye, Kuno. I love you. Where were you last time, autosave? Where were you when I needed you?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Visual calculus.
8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Where else have we seen a gang of men in work boots? That's right, the hardy boys in the mess hall of whirling in rags.
Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 46. Just like Titus was wearing in his booth. This is the big dick. Titus Hardy. The one with the ball cap on his head.
Interesting.
Is it? They didn't even bother to change boots. Putting them on the scene is easy. Maybe even too easy.
Continue counting.
2. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes. Number 44. Either the blonde muscular guy, Glenn, or the young guy with a plectrum around his neck.
Kim, you're standing in the evidence, Kim. Kim, maybe don't stand in the evidence, Kim.
3. Hobnailed work boot.
You made a lot of little standing number
Steel-reinforced
cards.
toes.
I'm a
Number
professional.
43. The inked banger, perhaps. 4. Standard work boot. Number 45 or 46. Theo, the old smoker. You think you even see a tiny fleck of cigarette ash inside the print. 5. Another standard work boot. Reinforced toes. Number 44. Same as before. Either the musician, Eugene, or the muscle-bound blonde, Glenn. 6. Light as air. Same make of boot, but number 41. Small like a rat. Shanky.
I'm pretty good at this, aren't I?
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens, and the tracks burn in it with strange beauty. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 46. The imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Fat Angus. Carrying something? 8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy boy.
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
8, actually.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man?
He was a big dumb mess. An aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is.
You have any ideas, Kim?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor? Or maybe a drummer?
He regrets it the moment he says it.
Just nod. Don't make Kim look dumb.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
The lieutenant clearly appreciates the chance to clear up the drummer issue himself.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing, Kim.
He doesn't seem to hear you. Looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines
I
are
thought you meant
silent.
oil drum,
The
Kim.
engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems
Yeah.
prudent, no?
Yes, prudent. He writes down the information in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. Light step, number 41
I'm
shoe.
guessing that's the skinny Hardy Boy. The one with his front teeth missing.
You mean the rat-faced one?
Yes, well, he did look a bit like a rat. You're right. Do you think those prints belong to him?
Yes.
I could still be wrong, but I'm probably not.
The heavy one, 200 kilogram print.
200. This could be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up. Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built armored man. Maybe it was a fat Hardy Boy, the one sitting in the middle.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
You're right. The fat guy from the booth was carrying the victim.
Possibly, yes.
The lieutenant marks something down in his notebook.
But why?
You're thinking, why do they have him? Why do they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the carrier wanted to impress his peers, demonstrate his physical might.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
How old do you think these tracks are, Kim?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here, Kim?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree.
So far, so good. Only one thing missing.
He looks at the tracks, face lighting up from the realization.
Of course, there were 8 tracks, but there are only 7 Hardy Boys.
Let him have his moment of joy, despite the fact that I already revealed I know this.
There's 1 pair missing from the Union box. The 8th pair. I'm going to say it was our Old Soul.
So the odd soul was present at the lynching, but isn't in the mess hall right now.
Yes, I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the Old Soul.
We've been through all of it. Yeah, Kim's great. Winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. This kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen, and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
We can do this! We can get through this without puking!
The
Nope.
smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out. Muddy Buddy. How's it going? That was good alcohol we threw out.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Okay, and where do we get ammonia from?
There's the fleet nearby. Maybe they have some in their apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
No, we know in fact that she's a shill for the Union.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Let's go get some ammonia, Kim.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I threw up, but I can't investigate the body now, Kuno.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
I'm on day 2. I don't know, like, I've never played this game before, so I don't know how far.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Maybe you got some advice for me, Kuno. I mean, you're obviously handling the smell quite well.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you.
He looks to his left, then to his right. Then he leans towards you.
What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter.
Kuno-fied non-vomiter, here I come.
That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Get him off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Kuno, our friendship is off to a rocky start, I gotta say.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Listen, child, small child. The smell is so bad that I threw up, and I was wondering.
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
We have the Kuno-fied non-vomiter going for us now, but maybe we'll go get some ammonia, really make sure we don't puke.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of the roofing material?
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this, then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Sure, Crane. Well, where are you going? Oh, that's like on the other side of a thing. Oh, I'm not worried about the smell thing. Like, Kim pretty much told us outright how to solve that problem. Get out of the way or get fucked up. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. Maybe this Kuno kid knows where to find more.
My God.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Someone's taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However...
He points to the ladder in the corner.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. Empty tube of magnesium supplements. Oh. Ah, I figured we could do something with the freezer. Since I couldn't do anything else with it. Apparently this jacket's the most important thing to me because this is where I'm going first.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Look, Lieutenant! Kim, look! Someone left his cloak behind.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia.
I did unplug it,
You
yes.
have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He adjusts the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Kim, are you fucking insane? Do you really think the cloak's mine, Kim? Should I jump for it, Kim?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it...
He looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below.
Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Hold on, Kim, hold on. Let's not jump over this ledge just yet. Yeah, I want my badge. But there's other stuff to investigate first up here. Falling to my death could come after I save and have done all the other stuff up here. Doorway's gonna collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Oh, a postcard. And money. Alright, Kim. Oh, we'll let him walk us around again. I'll save. Lieutenant's handkerchief. We can sell his handkerchief. His pen. And we can level up at some point if we so choose. We'll hold on to this for now. Because we can use that for any number of stuff. Like internalizing another thought, for instance. I know, we've had a heart attack trying to get a thing out of a ceiling fan, which required no jumping whatsoever. So this bodes well. Alright, Kim. I hope you're ready to catch me.
Is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
It was a success, Kim. It was a success.
As you leap in the air,
oh my god, it was!
breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes. Let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
He's so on the money, Bratan! Just imagine yourself dual-wielding a bottle and a flaming cigarette whilst airborne!
Horrific necktie! You're a character? 'Character? 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 '
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
This almost feels like a fake out. Like it was a dream I made the jump. +1 a spirit core, +1 shivers. Yeah. Gim, I'm looking great now. Collecting rainwater. Alright, you great machines. In quiescence. White pine trees printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. I know! I feel like it was a real low chance, but we made it. Can I check the pockets? Oh. It's a non-interactable thing, so nothing in the pocket, sadly. Money. Hold on, Gim, I have to click this garbage. It's valuable, you know. Out of the way, text. I want this money. Can't believe we made that fucking jump.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
So this is where Renee works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera. René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
Lieutenant asked, glancing at the photo. I'm gonna ask him about it, Kim.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure, as long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
This is the night watch.
What if Renee saw anything, Kim? Wa-na-na-na-na. Wait, this door might be an interesting thing to click on before I wander too far away from it. Everyone's like, save your game, save it! Alright, we'll save. Radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Ooh, a book. Someone left the coffee machine on. Dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Standard office file cabinet, the drawer seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Couron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock. are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Volition?
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim! A to-do note with a list of errands for Everett.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Oh, that attitude.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
It's the whirling that's important there.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
What we got here? Postcard. A Dewey typewriter. Model name is on the back. Every worker equals member of the board, written on the top of the flyers. At the bottom, the union logo. Demand democracy.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Insert
The
10
machine
cents.
swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Come on, muscle memory.
It's unclear if you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Useful patterns?
Undoubtedly, no.
I might try
Sure,
this again later.
why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
What we got in here? Oh my god. Visual calculus. Some medicine. What are my current classes? We got +1 logic, -1 authority. +1 visual calculus, -1 drama. Well, we'll save it for when we need the stats. Door's locked, can't be opened from this side without a pass card. Well, at the very least, we have a place we can make phone calls now. Is that a big red
A
button?
rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arret are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Oh.
Marsh. On. Arret. Off.
On.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down.
Well, rigorous self-critique's almost done. Or it's done, gonna finish up very soon.
This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's inside that container?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Press off.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Well, still fun.
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are.
Oh no.
You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will.
Oh no.
That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Int and Psi, red check failures heal +1 morale. Fizz and motivation, red check failures heal +1 health. Learning cap for pain threshold raised to 6. That's a pretty nice one. A pretty good one, unlike a lot of the other ones. Like this one's not very good. Actually, all of them are fine except for this one. Masovian social economics are not very good. I guess I could unlock another one of these. I have a skill point ready to go. What do we have currently? We have White Morning, which is tied to what appears to be like our personal story, so this might be a good one to do. Indirect modes of taxation is kind of the opposite of our current bad one. Well, we have time to think about that. Take the money.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Gim, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
No, Kim, it's totally different. I don't want to paint this thing, I'm just drawn to it.
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's contraband in there.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply.
Wow. Been in the world for 2 days, +1. Persuade the door to open. What happens if this succeeds? Do you talk the door into it?
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
The lieutenant looks startled. Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
One day I'll get to try that again. Fate industrial letting the platform? Whale fjord. We can use this like a bridge, Kim. More money. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. Big suitcase? Ultra Series glove. Take. Musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. So I was wearing fingerless gloves for +1 electrochemistry. These are +1 half-light. Oh yeah, we gotta read that book at some point. Industrial-sized thermoses. They smell like burnt coffee. Coffee in the thermos. Still lukewarm. Stairs made of pallets are leading up. I want to see if there's anything else outside before I wander inside. Oh, you see? Got a person.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Tiny Man is too engrossed in his work to notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Are you the Leo who wrote that note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Something's off about this borscht. I'm gonna look into it. But I'll say that after I do this. Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Something's off about this borscht. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Where's everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but he seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Oh, this guy's great.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head.
Noel never started another fight with anyone after this.
Yeah, today we did some Rift Wizard, some Chaos Mario, and now a spot of the Disco Elysium.
Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everard. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
Did I not say no? What did I say just now?
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everard has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
No, it's kind of a Rift Wizard. It's like a real-time Rift Wizard. But you die to just random bullshit sometimes. You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with these containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
Leo, has anyone ever told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Looking for the leader of the Dockworkers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs and then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I could find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Now, I already know you work here, Leo, but I'm gonna ask you again. Do you work here, Leo?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Okay, so this is the union fixer, the gardener.
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
Little guy smiles a disarming smile at you.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Thank God we talked to Leo. That man is precious. And who's this man? Where am I? Oh, there we go. Protect Leo at all costs. Taxidermy fish that tells time.